Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining our session. So we will introduce you who I am. My name is Khushbu. So I'm working with You're a Million project, and also I'm working with Freedom to Sign Entrepreneurship as well. So I'm working with that season 2 and I'm still working. So I am the master of ceremony for today. I'll be introducing people. So now can we have a PPT please? PPT please. Okay. Okay. Can we have a next slide, please? So today's topic is Manthan. What is the meaning of Manthan? Here we will discuss the ideas and thoughts. We had the first, second, third Manthan. So now we are going to discuss the fourth Manthan. Next slide, please. So begin the workshop earlier. We would like to share some rules for today, some housekeeping announcements. The first thing, we have the interpreters today who would be voicing for the deaf presenters. If you would like to ask any query to the presenter, please ask the deaf person straight away. Don't call for the interpreter. Okay. Second thing, if you have any doubt, if you would like to ask anything, please click on the button which is raise your hand and you can ask a query. The third one, when you join this Zoom meeting, please mute your mic so that interpreter can voice easily. So whenever you want to speak, then you can turn on your mic. Otherwise, please keep it turned on. So when you will join the Zoom session, please turn on your videos all the time so that we can see whoever is joining the session. If you have any urgent work, you can turn off your video. Until then, you can turn on your video so that we can see whoever has joined and who are the participants today. Next slide, please. So we are providing accessibility today. We have the interpreters and also the subtitles option for you. So we have the live transcript option for you as well. Next slide, please. So you can see that you have your screen on the Zoom meeting, right? So you have to rename yourself. So if you're from the organization or any NGO, you're working for any particular organization, you can put over there. Or if you are an individual only, you can mention your name. That's all. So it will take just 3 to 4 minutes. You can change it right now. Please rename yourself. So we'll be waiting for more 3 minutes. Till then, you can rename yourself. Please rename yourself. So I'll be sharing an example once again. So you have to put your name / your organization name. If you're working with any organization or any NGO, so you have to mention that name. Otherwise, you have to mention your name only. Great. So can we have a next slide, please? So our agenda for today, here are the agenda. So I have introduced myself. Now we have a video. We'll be showing that. Hey, do you see that how many deaf people are facing challenges here in India? So we want to break that wall, right? Yes, right. We don't have quality education, not equality, all the things we are facing, right? We want to break that wall. How we can do that? So this is the wall which is barrier for us, right? So we can put the hammer on the wall and we can break it down, right? So we can provide the sign language to the deaf child who will learn better way in a better manner, right? So we can provide the accessibility, they can get the quality education, and we can have the technology thing for the deaf people so that they can do things better. So let's break this wall, right? Yes, let's go for it. Right. It's inspiring. No, yeah, I feel the same. So are we only three of us to work for this? No, we can't resolve the problem. We need to have the deaf leaders and the deaf experts who will work with us, and also the hearing people who are working for the deaf community. So that then they call as an ally for us. So then we will discuss all together what the things we can do to break this wall and remove this barrier. Then we will break down this wall, and that's how we will work. Yeah, right. So I have a dream that yeah, I want deaf people to be empowered here. Are you ready? Yes, ready. Wow, it was such a great video, right? So inspiring. So if you are facing challenges, right? So we want deaf leaders to come with us and break these challenges and remove the barriers so that deaf people could walk easy and get the accessibility, right? So it's more important to support the deaf community. Now, so we will be inviting Dr. Alim here. Can you have Dr. Alim, please?
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Khushbu.
So now Dr. Alim will present.
Great. Hello, everyone. I am so happy to see all of you here. I know it's been a long time that we've had everyone come in. So, we're discussing an important topic today. We're discussing about deaf leaders. I know a lot of you are already leaders, you're doing such great things, and you have leadership skills and qualities within you. And you're doing a lot of advocacy for the country as well. However, the issue that lies, the things that we're observing that are happening, that are people ready to really advocate? Are people ready to connect with each other, put in efforts? Do we have any program to support the leaders? Do we have mentors that are ready for the deaf leaders here in the country? Do we have, there's so many older generation deaf people who are ready. Do we have those people who are ready to support the younger generations? I know there are a lot of questions we have. So we have done one research, and Sunil himself has been doing some research on different areas, and he will be explaining about that, and he's going to answer that what are the issues and themes that are happening here in the country. So, do we need more leaders? Yes. Or do we feel that, we have enough number of leaders? However, before going in depth about the deaf leadership program, I would want two people to come over, and they themselves have experienced deaf leadership, in the country, and they have also gone outside of the country and experienced leadership programs in other countries as well, be it in the US or in the Europe, in Japan, etc. So they've had that experience. So I'd like to have both of them come overboard and just let's see what their experience has been and what do they feel about the country here in India. All right, are you ready? I'd like to invite Manan and Sujit to join in, please. Great. Manan? Hi. Hi, Dr. Alim. Hi, all good? Yeah. We'll just wait for Manan to join in. Then the three of us will begin the conversation. Perfect. Manan, all good?
Hi,
Hi.
hello, Dr. Allen. I'm good.
Thank you for joining in. I know that both of you have, shared your experiences with Sujit, and he's also told us about the research. So thank you for joining in. I'll let him talk about that. But for now, I would want to ask you a few questions. You have been in India for many years, and you've been working in different projects for the leadership, advocacy, etc. for the deaf. I'd like you to give a background, be it an organization or what kind of an experience you've had growing up here, or did you ever wanted to be a leader, or how did it come through? And second thing, now that you're seeing in the country the older leaders, you can see what's the future of deaf leaders here in India. What is your take on that? Do we have people coming in who are ready, or do we feel sticky about it? What's missing? If you can share with us. Yeah. I would start with Manan first.
So, can you go with the first point again?
Yeah, your background. How did you find out that you wanted to be a leader and you wanted to go out and do this leadership program? And now that you're back, what all have you done here?
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. And yeah, so we talked, and I would like to share the experience. This is my sign name. So I'm working with the deaf children. I'm working in the different work as well. So I'm working on the awareness part also. So earlier I studied with the deaf students. So when I completed my 10th standard, I got failed in 10th class. I couldn't understand anything. So later on, in Bombay, people told me that you can go in NIHH and you can learn better. So I couldn't comprehend that. Oh, will it be beneficial for me? So they said no. You uh,
Ishara Foundation.
Ishara Foundation. So they said that you will have the deaf teachers over there. So I was interested to learn over there. So in 2009, I joined Ishara Foundation. I learned English course for 1 year. So
Mr. Rajesh Ketkar was his teacher at Ishara in Vadodara.
so in NIHH in Bombay, we have the ISLTT course as well. And I heard that yeah, we can join that course. So Sujit was there along with me. He said that it's better you can learn and you can join the ISLTT course. I wasn't aware what it actually means. So I applied for that course in 2011. Yeah, no, in 2010. Yeah, around that time only. So I joined the ISLTT course, and there was Sujit was teaching me. So I felt so good over there that I thought that yeah, the deaf teacher is having a creative ideas, and they thought that yeah, you can travel around the world and you can become a leader as well. Some deaf people told me that you can go in the Europe, or you can study from Gallaudet University as well. So I thought in Gallaudet it would be expensive one. It would be better to go in Europe, in Denmark. So we have the deaf youth leader organization over there. So I did the research work and I applied for that. I got selected after the interview, and I went there. I saw it for the first time. So the international deaf leaders were discussing about the deaf culture, about the deaf leadership, deafhood, about the project management work, editing work, skilled managing the skills. So they have the uh, open-minded way to discuss all the things. So we discuss about the advocacy work, how they advocate for their own rights. So that was a different experience. I studied over there for 3 months. It was an important one. So I know that yeah, what would be happening in India. So I learned about the Europe thing, and I came here and I didn't change the things here. I realized that yeah, how I can accommodate those things here in India. So I went in the camps 2 times in Thailand and in Singapore, and the third time in the South Africa for WFD. So I learned all of the things from there. So I understand that yeah, how I can make the development here in India, and I volunteered here for since 10 years. So I've been doing advocacy works yeah, I know it's take time for the organization, young people and the older deaf generation working together. It would be a conflicting thing. But yeah, we always have the ideas. We could have the Zoom sessions, and on the Instagram we have the live sessions. So it's more important to spread the awareness, right? So we'll see how things will go on.
Right. So now that you've experienced being around the world and attended leadership programs and you're back to the country, so how do you feel involved? Like, how did it benefit you?
Yeah. So I learned from there, and I thought, okay, it will take a long time here in India because we have a different government system, and we had the board members, so there will be always conflicting. I will try hard and hard all the times to make them understand, but English, writing in English and the interpreters would be a barrier. Government people would not agree for it. So we see that yeah, in Europe they are getting the accessibility, but here in India, so we are trying to advocate for our rights again and again. But it's a slow process, not the easy one.
So now what are you doing right now? What are your initiatives right now?
What am I doing? Okay, what does the sign mean? Orjit Foundation. So this is the Orjit Foundation where I'm teaching deaf children over there, and also IECDG on Instagram Live. I've been explaining about the deaf culture, deaf food, and all the related things to the deaf people. So I'm working in two
Thank
sectors.
you. Thank
And
you.
the third one, I have the organization also. I'm working with the in Gujarat organization.
So I have seen the Instagram thing that you keep doing, and during COVID times, you came up with the idea that you wanted to do these lives, right? Correct.
Yeah, right.
So do you think these have been beneficial, or how do you think this has really helped?
So, I could see from worldwide zero, people are doing the Instagram live thing. So I thought no one is doing here in India. So I got an idea. I thought, okay, I will do that. But we are getting the influences from the other countries. I felt bad. No, it should be our thing, right? So we have to set up our own thing. We have to do by ourselves. We can use ISL, not copying other countries. So we have to use ISL here in India so that we can promote it. We should not have the influence from the other countries. People are changing, people are learning new sign languages and not focusing on their own country's language. So that's the thing I thought we have
I
to do.
know you have more than 15,000 followers already.
No, I think
Very
21,000 for 5 months. It's been 5 months. 4 or 5 months, I think. So earlier, there were a lot of children. There are still international. I could see children. I see that they are using international signs. So I told them, no, it's okay if you're communicating with a person who lives abroad. That's fine, but you have to promote Indian Sign Language only. So I've been keep supporting them and explaining them the use of Indian Sign Language. But they love ISCDGs, the live sessions. Uh, so it will be opening in January. So we'll be back again and then we'll be doing work.
great. I remember that I came in 2016 here in country and I was looking for ISL on YouTube, etc., and couldn't find out more about that. And I saw that there was more of ASL. And so now that, a lot of more people coming up using ISL, so that makes me really happy. That's great. Over to Sujit. Yeah, I can voice Manisha. Thank you for inviting me here, a million. Thank you so much. And how my experience has been like growing up, studying in deaf school, and while growing up, I did know that I had leadership qualities and I was well led. I think I was told that. And in colleges, and I joined the University of Arts in Mumbai, and that's the first time it was a mainstream setup I was in. I had a deaf family, deaf school, everything was like my own world. And but when I came there, it was a little bit different, and it was two different worlds in itself, which was good. So I wanted to do something with computers and arts. And my brother Sunil, he told me, how about you come for ISL class? ISL, I said, I already know what sign language is. I don't want to go back to it. He said, just come, like, I have been a part of it. And he did understand a lot about it, which I didn't know about. And Sunil said that I am already a part of it and ISL classes. So I wasn't doing anything. I was just like, this was a 3 month course, and I went there in an IHH. And Sibaji and everyone was my teacher. And that was a thing like which just impacted my life a lot. And growing up, I had so much like in me that I knew something that, but that I think after discovering, I found motivation that art, etc., that's not something I wanted to do. And this is something I have expertise in. When did you join NIHH again? Um, I think 2007-ish. I joined in 2011. Okay. So someone said 2004. Suji Sunil saying 2000. Yeah, long, long back, 20 years back. So Swebaji was 2001. Sujit was 2004. Great. So I think that impacted my life a lot, and I think I already experienced so many things in life. I had confidence, and I just wanted to share that for change. And this little thing gave me a big thing. I gave up on art and everything and started focusing on that. And then, I became the teacher there, and I started teaching as well. Hold on. So, what was that in little bit what you're talking about? What is that? Can you give an example? Like ISL as a language? See, my interest while growing up, um, there was this one teacher that gave me a form, just where you had to write your name, address, etc. And there was one question which said mother tongue. And I asked the teacher, what is mother tongue? Teacher explained to me that, what language your family uses. And then that just got me thinking that my family uses sign language. She said, no, 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 don't have to write sign language. But we use sign language. She asked me, where are you from? Mumbai. Just write Marathi. I said, no, Marathi, I don't know. Even my father and mother, they don't know Marathi. They don't use that. We used Indian Sign Language, but she didn't make me write that. She forced me to write Marathi. So that just had it in my mind all my life and didn't make me happy at all. So everyone have their own spoken languages as their mother language, and mine was kept aside. So that was always impacted. And that thing which while growing up, my parents, etc., using it. And then disability as a perspective, I didn't feel anything different. I mean, it's just a different world. I just, growing up, there was so much of a pent up. But in these classes, there was a lot of reflection that started to come through. And Sunil and I would walk every day, and through NIHH, till from Bandra till this place, which was 5 kilometers. We would walk and talk and talk and talk, just chat. So much of brainstorming and ideas and mainstreaming, this, that. And we knew that this was for us. So, of course, I think I already was a leader, but this just helped me boost up more, express more, reflect more, be it, seminars, or there's this person, interpreter, also came. And a lot of people saw in me that you have qualities, just go see the world. And in Denmark for a fellowship. So I said, okay, it was a bit expensive and everything. So they helped me with the funding as well from Holland, the Holland Association, front runners again. So they did give me a scholarship, and found out so much about different, like Manan was explaining, people having different agendas of their own, advocacies of their own, and just broadened my horizon. And that helped me coming back. And I mean, I didn't really change, but I just had my own ways. I just felt that, a lot of things were hidden in me. And NIHH course was just focused on teaching ISL, teacher training, deaf teachers, right? Yes, deaf teachers. The aim was that. But from that, we kept adding on to that course, which was not there in the book, which was not there in the course. So we kept sharing that and we kept sharing that. So ISL is not just the language in itself, but it's a lot of sharing of experiences, sharing of ideas, sharing of thoughts, so which inspires and which lets you reflect. Yeah, I'll just give an example. Like Sujit was teaching me, when Sujit was teaching me, ISL, there were a lot of different topics, identity for that matter. We just have to think a lot about identity. What's the importance of identity? So that helps you grow. So topics by topics, like for example, how a person with visually impaired, how do they see currencies and notes? Have you met them? We're not blind, we don't think about that. So drop by drop, we had so much to share. Like when I remember when Sujit was my teacher at NIH, so we had that. Yeah. So I was also surprised that, be it advocacy, etc. I don't do that, but my sharings has really inspired people to do more than anything. Like for example, Manan has started so much, and there are other organizations in Mumbai. There is not just advocacy, even dance through Deaf Way, and I think it's not just one person's knowledge which is shared, and just waving hands to everyone, like people got connected and got inspired from each other. Like example, Sujit's one word he used to say in the deaf community: we keep fighting or arguing, etc. It's just like the bus is taking a different route. Someone is doing NAD, someone's going to AIFT. Just go discuss, take the different route, and just work hard. So that just kept me in mind. So just do, self work and don't depend on others. Do it yourself. So it's been really inspiring, and a lot of things I am not doing, people are doing, and which is great. And we need that. We need that. Like, be it the dance, be it videos, just connected with the deaf, and your skills are getting connected. So that makes me really happy. Be it NIHH just be focusing on ISL. I am not doing that. I'm doing something else. Which Sujit taught me the important things which fit for my need. Maybe I didn't want to be a teacher there. So yeah, right, correct. That's an example. So yeah, then I left. Of course, I moved there and I left. So, but luckily the technology now, and we're still working on YouTube projects and different topics which I keep sharing about. um, it's different, both worlds, better than nothing. And it's a lot of times, deaf people have asked me that, Sujit, um, that thing, that person who shared something with me, it's not just ISL,
No,
and
no.
different.
Mm.
So it's all the things that, the added things that we learned, added things that are missing, the experts. But yeah, I'm here now. And gradually, during COVID, again, deaf people started getting in touch with me that we want to be motivated again, work more again. Why don't you start teaching again? And once they started getting in touch with me, not just one, and then I thought that, I used to teach NIHH, not just ISL, but so much more. So deaf self, right? So that topic is something which we started a course on, and with Punk Foundation, and that's a great thing which has been going on. And so many things, that's just one key which was found. And 5 courses have already run, and then it got back. So we're going back with sixth or seventh. We'll see if that happens. Some deaf people have been saying they want to do English courses. So we're trying that with the English reading literacy. Yeah, yeah, we're trying on how that will go, because I'm working with UK now and I have some work here. So yeah, have to maintain a balance there. Hopefully we can continue that. but deaf self is something that came from the people. I have two questions. I know it's time, but I have two questions for you. Like you said, NIHH earlier when it started, and you like the discussions, etc. It's ISL plus the leadership skills, etc. that you used to do. But now here in India, there are 2 years diploma courses in ISL. It's DTISL, right? That one, DTISL. And that particular program, do you feel that is it equivalent to what NIHH was teaching, or do you think it's different? I think I am not much aware about the DTISL course. I don't know if deaf people are happy. For example, um, Alim, you had that Centum Grow courses. Deaf people were really excited and they were thanking, etc. So that was one. And yeah, I think I'm not the only one which is doing great courses. There are great courses. So I'm not really fully aware. Manan, have you heard about it?
About DTISL course, I haven't heard about it in detail.
Yeah, deaf people who have passed DTISL courses, maybe do you feel like they are also inspired? That's my question.
For
Can you give an
example,
example? My question is DTISL course. Many people have passed that course. They've done that course, and do they feel the same way, like with the same energy to do things like you guys have been doing? Acha, still says that they're not graduate yet. They haven't passed yet. The first batch. Okay, we'll see. Right.
what I think, the DDISL course is beneficial for the deaf people, but in school, the deaf people can they study B.Ed or ISL A, B or C level. So, but we have been waiting for it. In DDISL, it's good. The course is great, but when they are done with it, so we want to use it in the school also to spread the awareness.
Just last question. Now that you've been seeing today the future for the youth, how do you foresee the future for the youth, the deaf leaders here? Is that something missing, or do you feel they're ready? What do you feel? Your perspective. Um, you there? You would know better.
Okay, okay. So earlier, what I imagined that I could see that yeah, there are different kind of a thing that I thought okay, I will take it over here in India. According to the situation, I got the data from there. So from long time, I've been seeing that the young people they are more interested in Yagi in other organization, but it's going up and down likewise. So when they are energized to do things, whenever we'll say that yeah, you are not doing such things, then they will. I mean the
Why?
we
Why?
will have the waves again and again. It's don't know, if someone will say that okay, they will get hyper and they would like to work like anyhow, and later on they will have don't have the fire. So it just take the up and downs in their energy level. So when we have the course, right, we are teaching them and explaining all the things. So they start organize. They then start their own organization.
Yeah, that's the question. The next perfect time. So Sunil has already done that research and he's collected the survey and the data, etc. So hopefully he can answer your questions there. But thank you. I know there are people are raising their hands for questions. We'll hold the questions after Sunil's presentation once that is done. And then if we have time, we have 30 minutes for the question and answers. All right. Thank you. Thank you both of you for joining in, waving hands at the two of you. Thank you. Over to Khushbu to lead the poll, I think, the first poll. Yeah.
Wow, such a great, inspiring story, from deaf leaders. Such a great experience. Thank you, Dr. Alim, Mr. Sujit, and Manan also. So now we will have a poll question. Can we have a poll question, please? So, do you think that here in India we have less deaf leaders, right? So, do you want more deaf leaders here in India? A, yes. B, not needed. C, maybe. Choose one option. Okay, I'll explain once again. I'll explain once again. Here in India, do we have more deaf leaders, or we would like to have more deaf leaders here? So you have to choose one option from the three. Select one option. We want more people to answer the question. Okay, some people have selected yes, maybe. So we'll be having a result soon. So more people have said yes. Okay. Wow, great.
Okay,
PPT,
let's
please.
start the PPT now. We shall take over. So now we welcome Sunil, who is the lead consultant for the Deaf Leadership Program, and he's had a lot of experience, and let's hear it from him. Welcoming Sunil. Sunil, let's welcome him. Sunil, could you raise your hand? Okay, perfect. Welcome, Sunil. Just 1 second. Give me, so sorry, just give me 1 second. There is one person who is here. I will take 1 minute, just 1 minute. Sunil. Okay, he'll be coming back. No worries. All right. I request, can we wait for 2-3 minutes, because the courier person who's coming, he needs the OTP and I'll be presenting at that time. So let's just wait. Let me just give him the OTP and then I can come back. I'm so sorry. It's just at the same time that I started and the bell rang. So uh,
I think we'll just take 2 minutes. I wanted to inform that how Deaf Leadership Program has started, and maybe people don't know about it. So remember, RBL Bank had given us a grant which supports Here a Million, particularly. I think the interpreter is there. I forgot to put the interpreter. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that RBL had given us a grant, RBL Bank. Thanks, Neil is back. So yeah, you can have both of us.
so sorry.
I was just adding about the background of how DLP started so that people are aware. RBL Bank had given us a grant to support Here a Million project. And inside Here a Million, the goal is to impact deaf people all over the country for a better life. That means be it in schools, early intervention, workplaces, etc. And also do advocacy for equality and equal rights. So one thing which we see that all over the country, there are leaders, but it's not well connected. They're not provided equal kind of support or how to become better leader, especially young people, to have leadership courses for them. So we felt that it was missing, something that was missing, and how to make that thing the better. So RB had given us a grant to um, start this particular program, and I see that throughout the world there are so many programs there are for the leadership, but not for India. So Sunil joined us, and we found the right person to do that particular research for DLP, and he was very interested to do it. And he definitely felt that India needs it, and he's experienced, worked with Ishara Foundation and different foundations, and saw the things grow. So if we need it or we don't need it, so that's something we will be discussing about. The firstly, thank you, Sunil, for joining in,
Thank you.
and this particular project. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Okay, so I'm
over to
ready.
you.
I hope the interpreter is ready. If there's any gap, you can let me know. I can repeat it. Okay, so thank you, Dr. Alim, and sorry I missed your name. Who's the name? MC? Kushbu. Yeah, Kushbu. Okay, this is the sign name. So sorry, never met you. I've only seen you on Zoom. So Kushbu, thank you so much for having me here. And it's truly, I really have to thank Dr. Alim and Enable India, Dr. Shanti. We know that we've worked together, we've met earlier, and the entire team. In fact, thank you so much for having me here for the DLP research. It's very exciting. And with respect to the research, I've seen that how my experience is also growing. See, we all know things in theory. I definitely knew things in theory and I've read so much stuff, but this is giving me a lot of experience and practice. So now it's the right time, I guess, that I can share my experience with you, that what I've been working on, what is the research we've been doing since 2.5, 3 months. So I hope you're all ready to watch and you're all excited. Yeah, we can start. You can please present the PPT. Okay, so yeah, so my research, my role here is that the deaf lead, it's a lead consultant for deaf leadership program. So this is DLP in short, and I'm focusing on that as part of the Here a Million team. There are different projects that they handle, and DLP is one of those. There are other many projects that are being done, but I am part of DLP. So I can start now. Next slide, please. Okay, sorry, one more thing. Just 1 second. First of all, thank you so much to all the leaders of India and the 4 international schools, organizations actually, where I could get in touch with them, and Dr. Alim, for all your support that you've helped me through all the obstacles and challenges. Thank you so much that we were able to do it. Because if I did not have that kind of support, 8 leaders from India and 44 people in the survey for the questionnaire, I really want to thank all of you. I hope you're all here and you're watching me present this. Okay, so this PPT is for my reference, but you can definitely have a look. So this word leadership, right? This person, this leader, Leadership. So there are 2 things. Leader and leadership is different, and I'll just explain. It's a complex thing. I would want to discuss it. So this is a foreign sign, right? So this means lead. It's a very simple thing. This particular sign means lead. So in India, we have a cricket team, right? And the captain has a badge, and we have a captain there in the team. And so this person leads the team, right? That's a person. So the team is of 11 players, right? And bowlers, cricketers, everyone, right? So they have to manage all the things, who's playing what, and there is one captain who's responsible to assign everything. He's leading everything. So does that mean that all the other people, like except for the captain, there are 10 people? Do you think all those 10 people are foolish? Not really, right? They're not foolish. They're all experts. They're all very good at their work. They're all skilled. But the captain has a responsibility to manage and to see that who can do best where, right? If you see with respect to time, place, and everything. So the captain, if the captain is not successful, say once, twice, thrice, do you think the captain remains the same? No, we change the captain. We have a new captain then, right? So why do captains keep changing? Because everyone has a different kind of leadership. Do you think that's wrong? That's not wrong. It's just that we have different kind of leadership. Similarly, oh, Sachin Tendulkar, right? This great famous cricketer. So he's been playing for like 20 years. He has his own journey. He has his like hundreds of matches he has played. He's done so many overs. He has done so many games. So, he could have been the captain and he was there. But it's not exactly in his captainship we won every match, right? Because leadership is different for each person. Even Dhoni, we've seen like, oh wow, what a man he is, what a player he is, and he has a great percentage of being successful at what he does. And everyone feels scared. Oh my God, how will we manage things? But then there is a way of managing things. So it's important. It doesn't mean that they are not skilled at what they do. It just matters that what kind of leadership they follow. So the whole idea behind fixing the tools in your brain, like basically adjusting, okay, this is what the person has to do, this is what who will do it. So this whole system is exactly what I feel is missing. For example, over here, if people are here, if people are saying like, okay, I am a leader, this is a leader, are you a leader? No, I feel shy. Honestly, I could be of true influence. Some people could be of really good influence, but they don't want to be leaders. So does it mean they're wrong? No. It's just that there is a missing there. What is missing is leadership. So the problem is that we really have to introspect right now and see that a lot of people have their own weaks and strengths, like how Manan was speaking earlier, and he said that the biggest challenge was the system were different. The young and the adults had different ideas, and then English was a problem, communication was a problem. So there are deaf people, a lot of people who could have joined, and they could have honestly contributed, and the problem would have been solved. And some people would have said that, okay, I don't want to be involved, it's a lot of politics. But not really. Right now, to make an impact, it's important to collaborate, right? We need a back end support. Like if you want to move one step ahead, you need to have someone behind. So that unity, with people who are talking, who are signers, who are following oralism, anything, it can be anything. But the point is that we have to move forward together, right? It's the important thing is to identify what are the weaknesses and what are the strengths. So in India, if we have to compare with USA, America, and Europe, we see that, okay, of course, there are better. Maybe they did have their own weaknesses. It's not like they've always been experts, right? They have also changed with time. They've also taken better steps with time. So we did some, we have to know like, okay, what are the steps maybe they've already taken? Did they understand theory better? Did they practice partnership more seriously? So we did some comparison. We see, okay, fine, forget that. But in India, like for example, in the disability community, we see that with the people who are visually impaired, or different disabilities have their group. And I feel that deaf group comes in the last. The government doesn't pay us, we don't really get a lot of money. Then another, we will just be clearly, like for example, PWD, when 1995 that act was passed, we did not have a single point about sign language over there, and it was passed. So there was no communication over there. 2016, it's much better. We have some kind of representation there. That thanks to Javed Abidi, who has passed away, but he did lead very well, and NAD worked very hard, and they worked together, and it was better. But why do we think that it's enough? We have a lot of other things, we have a lot of problems, we need a lot more solutions, but we cannot have like three people in NAD working with everyone, right? AIFT, and that's all. It doesn't end there. We need more leaders, we need more leaderships. And moving on, for example, if I'm walking and if I fall down, okay, I will rise up, I will continue walking, and I'll take another way or something. In India, this is something I feel that that's a weakness. For example, if there's an NGO and you get a job over there, like how Modi announced Skill India, the whole this thing they announced. So NGO started hiring people, and they started training deaf people, and they started placing them in different low jobs in malls or anything, like in McDonald's, KFC, so and so, CCD. Again, they're getting discriminated there. So where is the advocacy? Where is your part to fight back and say that, okay, this is not how you want to be treated? You look for another job. right? You don't, if you're falling over there, you look for another job, you fight for it. So it doesn't mean that you are wrong, to be honest. It's not like, okay, deaf person is wrong. See, if you are given something, you also, nobody has ever trained you to how to fight for something that you deserve. So this is a problem. This is where we need solutions. So with respect to the research that we've been doing, we've seen so many opinions, we've seen so many leadership programs that have been happening across the world in different universities. Over there, there's no particular research that has been done. And I felt that it's a perfect chance that we can do this here in India. And I hope it's clear till now. I know I don't have a lot of time, but I do have a lot of slides. I have 10 minutes and, it's quite in depth. Let's move on. Next slide, please. All right. So what research methodology did I adapt, right? So I got in touch with 4 international training centers in America, Europe, Japan, these 3 areas. And in Japan, we had 1 person. In America, we had 2 people from Gallaudet University. So 1 from Gallaudet and 2nd from RIT. So this is the sign name of RIT, that training center, and then 1 from Europe. So, and many people from India, a lot of people go there, like around 7 Indians have gone there earlier for, getting to be trained. So all the people across India, around 15 people have gone there to different countries. They have experienced so many things, but we did not have the time. We were not entertained by all of them, but we did get around 8 responses, which we're very happy about, 8 interviews. And a lot of people, I saw that, okay, we did have very strong leaderships there, but they were not really involved. Like, I wanted to do a survey and sort of observe. We had a questionnaire prepared, we sent it out to 100 people, 102 people, okay, we across India. And we did have names, and we found out, we prepared a list and we sent it across. And then this is the summary, and this is the analysis that we got from it. Okay, move on. Next slide. Gautam, are you busy? Okay, thanks. So I'll try to cut it short so that it's more clear. So the all 4 institutions, Japan, Europe, and 2 from America, all 4 people, we discussed and we saw that, what are the in-depth ways of leadership and so many things. So we did not get like similar responses. There were a lot of differences. For example, in Japan, Duskin, that's a leadership name, I think, that Duskin, that was a leadership program, and it has a lot of different disabilities. It's not just focused on deaf, and it's PWD, it's their own thing, and it's Asia specific. So yeah, so it's Asia specific, and it focuses on a lot of development areas. And for like Europe and America, a lot of money is already there, right? So over there, deaf people, approximately, they've not given us a clear number, but they already have 147 people who they have trained, and they also have a grant for that. So there in Japan, this is the scenario, and over there in WDL in Gallaudet, the World Deaf Leadership, that program in Gallaudet, it's similar to, they also have a full grant, and they also have a full grant, but the process of interview, it's not easy at all. I mean, a lot of applications go there. It's like a pile that reaches there. They interview, they do a background check, strict background check. They see how it's going to benefit them. And a lot of research is there. And then they select like 1 or 2 people. So WDL, 2003, it started. And till now, they have trained 17 people, who have done the leadership program. So what they've learned is basically once they join, like for example, if I am from India and I go there and I see that what are the problem areas in India, and I want to learn to how to fix them and all those things, so I will choose some courses and I will get trained in those particular courses over there. Similarly in Japan, that also I will do. So it's a similar pattern there. But in America, in RIT, the course is fixed in the sense that they started in 2022 is what they're planning to start that particular course in August next year. So it's a 4 year study. It's a particular program which goes on till 4 years, and it's a clear system where you have a degree. Like it's a proper convocation, like how BA, MA is something you do, right? That's something you get in leadership. Like how you clear 12th and then you go for your graduation, for example, in arts or commerce or, science, all these ways. So it's a 4 year program, like more than graduation. So we saw that, okay, that's a lot because a lot of learnings are definitely there. Hence, it's 4 years. And it's the first time that's happening over there, which is great. Like, we applaud them for that. Not sure of what exactly is there. And the fee structure is extremely expensive. Like, it's 3 times. If 1 year is, for example, 5 lakhs, 3 times will be 15 lakhs. So, if you are rich, you can go, you can study there for 4 years. But well, the course is well structured. They have everything that's ready. It's like a university certificate thing. Like you'll be fully graduated and everything. And you will also get more potential jobs, opportunities, in different companies and so many other things for sure. Just 1 second. Yeah, even in Europe, there is a great program that is there. For example, if you're 10th graduate and you go there, like you deaf people have experience, right, with respect to Microsoft Office or, designing anything, web designing and all those things. So these basic courses, 3 months, 6 months, like over here, we get that kind of certificate, right? Over there, there is a full leadership course that is there, which is certified. So you will get all sorts of theory, like, you will get what leadership models are being followed across the world. Like, for example, Hitler's way of leadership, or, how's his personality there, how America does the leadership, hearing, deaf, everything. It's, complete theory that you get, and how you can build more networks and everything. How Sujit mentioned, that Manan mentioned, like not just two people, a lot of people, other people also mentioned that, you know, the 15 people have gone out and they've seen that how, it really changes our minds. And once you come back and you try, and, it's not like you get tired and, you want to give up at one point. Your energy stays put, and, there are just different ways and different methods that you need to adapt with time. It's like, yeah, you fall, but then, you learn to get up and find another way. Similarly, how Sujit and Manan also had their own experiences in that terms, right? There are so many people who are getting involved and who are very scared to do that. So for the fellowships over here, they started in 2005. They've trained 223 people, and they've trained like 10 to 15 batches were there, and 17th batch is also going on. So 223 deaf leaders internationally were trained. So we asked, like, how was the impact? They mentioned that it was great. A lot of people have started their own businesses. Some people are growing exponentially in advocacy. Have you seen, like, Dr. Alim? I'm sorry, I just thought, what does the t-shirt say? What is your, yeah, freedom to sign, freedom to sign. So freedom to sign. So this particular venture, I don't know if you've seen the website. I'm sure you've seen it. Like they've sent it across to a lot of people earlier. So they do have t-shirts where, it basically talks about how sign language is needed for accessibility. And they're selling it to hearing people as well. Why? Because we need to find ways of increasing awareness across, right? So this awareness is internally, helping the deaf community with the business. So that's a great idea. A lot of deaf people are doing it. There are different deaf associations like WFT, WFTYS. Youth people are starting their own thing, and all these. Right? Someone sent social business. Right. So just remember, don't feel that India doesn't have anything, because in 2017, when Dr. Alim came here, sorry, 2016, 17, yeah, they started working with Centum GRO, right? Okay. So there for 2 years, like they got a funding which got over in 2019. Then they had a similar model of training people and encouraging them, doing the training and everything skilled. It's not like just coming to class and sitting, but really, telling them to go out, step out, practice, imply your theory, everything. So a lot of 550, sorry, I thought 55 people. No. 550 people. I saw the report, it said 55. I'm sorry. It's not 55, it's 550. Okay, so there is a zero in the end. Yeah, there were deaf people who were trained there, 550 deaf people. And I really felt that, okay, there is a need for, leadership training. So that's how we got all the interviews done. And okay, let's move ahead. So now, with 8 interviews that we had, it was 45 minutes to 1 hour. 1 hour 15 minutes. People expressed, we had different kind of questions. It was very difficult to scrunch it in that time, but they did share their experience. And the person said that for the people, you know like different people, like how Manan and Sujit also mentioned, that the different cultures that come together is something that we can really look at, like how different people work with their cultures and advocacy. It's really something that builds our own confidence, our own knowledge. And there's another person from Japan who mentioned that okay, maybe we thought that, okay, maybe Japan must be nice, and like their association name is Japan Federation of the Deaf. So over there they have done like training and everything. So do people themselves really have they been trained, etc. So we saw that across the schools, deaf people were managing schools, associations, businesses in Japan. Like deaf leaders were there. I mean, in TV also, how media, they've taken over. I thought, okay, maybe there's might be a personal YouTube channel they're sending. No, it's a government channel. Across media, they have deaf adults. They have people signing on the screen. Even on the magazines, they have like the weekly magazines, like what you get fortnightly or weekly. There they have about everything about deaf people that comes in the magazine itself. So Japan, I mean, it was a beautiful thing to look at, the way they work, an overview, like how people were at great places, deaf people were at great places. Honestly, it was not easy for them as well. It's not like one person started it and it got successful. It took an army. So in Gallaudet University, that another amazing example. It's a famous university. People go there to study 4 years, 5 years, MS, PhD, all these things, and the leadership program there. So earlier they had a small course on leadership, like a 5 day thing, 5 day quick course, and people used to fly there for a week and get trained. And they used to teach about how you can really study about law, advocacy, and work with the government, etc. So it was a quick 1 week course. Coming to the last point, it was Centum GRO. They also have their own model, like how they did function. It was similar. Over there, what was their interest, right? They encourage people to go places like advocacy and law, and also just feel strong as a deaf person, in the sense to make them realize of their deaf identity, and give them a lot of activities and areas where they could really introspect and know that they can be self-confident, right? So that was one thing that was very impactful over there. And the next, I'll just explain another concept. Next slide.
Priya, would you like to switch?
Yeah.
Findings on the online survey, we had asked, we had sent the survey to 102 people, over 100, I'd say. So the our responses we got, got a little delayed. We knew that, it's going to be a difficult time getting it, but we still got 40% people to answer us. So 40 answers we got, 44 answers. So people, whoever responded to us, thank you so much for doing that. So I did not really meet them. They just wrote their answers themselves, whatever, how they felt. And Haryana, and as you can see different states, one, two from each state had responded to us, and all that has been included. But Maharashtra 14, I guess. Next slide. As for the education qualification, um,
We tried to get all variety of people, not just the educated class. So people who have done graduates are 22, and postgraduate MA, MOM, MCOM, masters, etc. is 13. Class 12 passed is 7, and class 10th passed is 4. So that means that's a good thing. We got great answers that, they thought about it and they shared their responses. Next slide, please. In terms of employment, if they had employed or not, we had different categories. 31 people employed, self-employed, their own business or their own thing is 8. Working and studying at the same time, both is 3 people. And unemployed is maybe waiting for a job or have quit the job, we don't know that, 2 people. So that makes a total of 44. Next slide, please. Right. Advocacy. We asked them about advocacy. Have they been involved in advocacy, any deaf project, community-led project, etc.? Are they involved? Are you involved? And their answer is, my question was front or back. Like, for example, we're more of a supporter, but I don't do it because I feel that my sign language skills are not that great or anything. But I do share my ideas from the back end or front end workers. So we had asked both, 2 categories. Mostly the answers are same. 75% people and 33 people are front end advocates, and the rest 11 people work in the back end, read the material or support or just provide support. 75%, 33 people are front end workers. They are working in the front with the team. Next slide. We asked them that 44 people, are you a part of any association full time, or how are you a part of it? So 79%, 79.5%, we can say said yes, they have their own association by their own organization, etc. And 9 people said that they're not part of any association, or they're just supporters and provide back end support. So we had answers from both. Next, please. We asked them, um, 44 people, to just self-reflect and what has been their challenges while being a leader. So there were so many challenges, not the same ones, but mostly they said, these are the ones. We picked 5, mostly the same. First one is quality of education. Their education has not been great. So 18 people said that they don't feel good about their education at all, which has gotten them many challenges. Communication challenges, uh, you know, like sign language, lip reading, etc. 25 people. Written communication, lack of access. Lack of unity in the deaf community. So they want to get connected, but people are working in silos, etc. 15 people said that unity is very difficult. Autism, like people looking down on you, that you're a deaf person, you can't do anything, or just saying no, or giving only negative remarks. 7 people said that autism is their major challenge. Average signing skills, not being able to really explain their point through. So that's 2 people said that they feel that they have average signing skills. So these are most of the challenges that the leaders have faced, common ones which we picked. Next slide, please. So I asked them that, DLP program, the Deaf Leadership Program, do you think that we have that in India? The answer that came was 29.5%. That means like 13 people said yes, DLP is there. 31.8% said that maybe it's there. 10 people said that we don't know. And 7 people said that no, there's no DLP here in India. So the answers are so different, and Again, we had some different question. People who said yes, why did you say yes? Um, like, for example, small NGOs have their own courses, like Deaf Enable Foundation has their own 5-day course, short-term training, awareness building, self-reflection. NIHH has, like just Sujit just said, about extra courses alongside ISL. So these workshops or trainings like WDD, World Disability Day, Deaf Festival, they have leadership trainings, guest lectures from here and there, so they get inspired. So they felt that this is leadership, but these are all very short term courses. We forget them the next day, and people felt that these are not true leadership courses. Formal kind of a course, like a 3 month or a 6 month or a 1 year course, we truly don't have. Like Centum had a little bit of a model. In 2019, it got shut. So one that this formalized kind of a model. Like Centum had that leadership course, but right now it's not there. It's closed. Next slide. We asked that DLP course. Would you want a DLP course here in India? 37 people said yes. 84% they said yes, they want that. 6 people said they don't know if it's a must, if it's a mandate. One person said no, they don't need it. Okay, fine. But majority of the people said that they want it. Next slide. The topics that people would want if they had to pick from various, so mostly this is picked, yeah, the highest picked first one and second as it follows. Deaf rights advocacy came first. Everyone clicked on it that they want to learn that. How do you do the advocacy? Knowing about your rights, like interpreter access and different kinds of licenses, etc. Second is sign language and linguistics. Third is association, organization leadership skills. Fourth is deaf businesses, social entrepreneurship, business skills, how to set up a business. Then media training, Twitter, etc. How to do that. Deaf bilingual education, in-depth understanding of bilingual education. Research skills, without research there's no progress. In the US, like I mentioned that 4 year study, the BS Rochester Institute, the course, they say research is a must. So if you understand research, that means I'll help you more. So any problem you're able to research, you're able to act, then you can develop an action plan. So it's not possible to do that without an action plan. Funds, CSR funds, etc., people are ready to give. They're able to give any disability, but not to the deaf. If you want funds, etc., to do CSR, this thing, fund management, people want to learn that. So these are some pointers and few additions like English skills, etc., reading, writing skills, or some set that they want like time management, etc. So these are must be a part of it. Next slide. Age. In this DLP course, the age group is all age groups should be a part of it, starting from 18 to 25. 27 people said that. 25 to 35, mostly people said that. 38. 35 to 40, and 40 plus 24 people. So that means that 38, 25 to 35 is the right age group for training. But not like 40, 50, 60, that's not wrong. They are also equally talented and have motivation and skills. With training, they can also do better. We will not be excluding them, but everyone should be included. And we don't want to limit it to 25 to 35. We shall try and do that and include everyone. DLP training during COVID, if we start, how would it take place? Would it going to be stretched out or online or real-time classes? offline classes. Mostly people said it has to be a classroom seating, 10%. 4 people said that online, do at your own houses. 30 people said that it could be a mix of both classes, as well as a month you come for the classes, or 15 days you come for the classes, and then you study at home and do online classes. And then you get back to classes. So it can be a combination of both. Yeah. So online or offline both is a good way. Next slide, please. Training duration should be a short term 15 days course or what? So we recommend 3 months, 6 months. So all front runners also, it was 3 months to 6 months, and then 4 years now in the US. So we are going to be thinking, people said that 18 people said that it should be 3 months. 14 people said that it should be 6 months. That'll be better off. 3 people said that 9 months. 5 people said that 1 year. 4 people said that more than 1 year, 18 months, 1.5 year. So that means that 5 plus 4, total 9, said that they want 1 year plus training. So that shows that people are really interested in learning not just a short term course or a 5-day course or a week long course, but a well designed course. Next slide. Last slide. My question: are you interested in joining DLP course? Once the DLP course joins, would you be interested? Yes. 5 people out of 44, 5 said they can't answer right now, and 13 said maybe, and 26 people said yes, they will join. But 44, um, no one said no. That means everyone is interested in joining. That's surprising that 44 people have jobs, they have some or the other business, but they still want to join in. That means that DLP is important, and it's not just like leading a group or something, it's an individual development, a self development thing for a person. Next slide. Can you click on the next slide, please? Overall summary: leadership is an art. Like I explained, gave you the example of cricket, Dhoni's leadership, Sachin's leadership, Virat Kohli's leadership. Everyone's style is different. They've all been captains. So it's just like art. How do you deal with it? But it's also a science. That means, like, for example, I'm a person and I was born as a baby in a family. And when the baby is born, you see that the child is interested in art, etc. And I'm sorry, this doorbell ringing in my house. I'd just be back. Yeah. Actually, I'm staying alone at home, so someone was there. I had to open. Art, like you see the child raising, and the child is doing art, great art. But some children, they think that they have good expressions, actions, etc., and then they send them for training. Because we know that acting requires training. Even, actors' children go for training. Why? Because there are levels of program skills, etc., that you learn. For example, coloring, etc. What colors, 2 3 colors to mix the hot and cold tones, learning about tones, learning about expressions, acting, etc. So everything requires training. So training makes you a better person. So even if you want to be in films, if you want to pick up any role, be it art, etc., but basic has to be how to do is through training. Same is for the leadership. Any person feels that I am a leader, I can talk through this, that. I have a great Instagram, people follow me, I have a lot of Instagram followers. A lot of people join my live. Yeah, but can you be a leader is a question. So leadership training is a must to understand in-depth skills and understand conflicts, have conflicts. It's not everyone's going to have conflict, but you have to work together. resolve the conflict resolution. How do you have to do that? That requires training. So leadership is a theology, it's theory in skills, and it has to merge with practice, with training. So we fall and we stand up. Same way, a lot of people, in jobs when they're working and they're seeing that the company closes down, if the office closes down, they're chucked out of the office, then they go back to another job. So sometimes, and some people just sit at the home thinking that I couldn't do anything, I was not able to do that job, and I don't have that kind of confidence to go back to a job. That's the problem. So leadership means that you have to lead yourself first. Means that if you're going to fall, how do you stand up? How do you advocate? And the defenses. So there are so many things to it, and that's inside leadership. Leadership means partnership, organizational, not competition. If you have great skills, people who have great skills work together, build a sustainable ecosystem. So many associations now, like be it dance association, cultural associations are there, sports associations are there. So they're split. AIFT, Advocacy Association, NAD, they're split. Everything, everyone has strengths, but people are missing partnerships. People are not working together. So ISL is their own. It's not just NAD's, it's India's. It's their phone, but we all have to work together. It's just an example. So, how we work together is through training, ensuring that sustainability and promoting inclusion, heterogeneous deaf community, not just keeping yourself up. Doesn't matter if there's a deaf blind person, if there's a deaf LGBTQ person, or a trans deaf person, I don't know the sign. Don't forget about them. Promote everyone, men, women, equally. That's very important. So we have to collectively work together, and training is needed to understand that. Next slide. Next slide, please. Um, yeah. So now I would like to thank Here a Million, Enable India for having me work throughout, and I have typed out everything and given the work, my recommendations as well. So DLP has to come in, and we want to start this. How to do it, what recommendations. So we need to have deaf consultants, deaf experts to come in on giving advice of how we have to do it. Second is partnering, collaborating with leadership institutions for resources, etc. Like, for example, the Front Runners program. 17 years they've been training, so they have in-depth videos, etc. So we can use their material. We can ask them, come to a consensus and a contract, sharing materials, or collaborate with associations of the deaf, classrooms, hostels, training people who can't pay for expensive places. Like, for example, AIFT Delhi has their MPTC training center, MPTCD. So just now they are, constructions going on, and the constructions become all new. So it's for 1.5 acre land that's available, hostel beds, everything is available, cook is there, kitchens there, classrooms, everything's there. So we have proposed with them that if we could partner. Just an example. So yeah, if deaf training can happen there, if people want to come and attend classes there, or sometimes the classes online. Hiring deaf experts to teach leadership content. Internships, we have to have internships. Be a part of associations, be a part of companies where deaf people are there, etc. So we are going to partner with them and give them a learning experience. So 8 to 15 people who will be going out and coming out, like ICED, etc. People who have had experiences to come on board, like Sujit, etc.
so that they can be looked up as a role model and expert, so their advice can be used. Jobs
Should we report a
opportunity.
pitch?
Yeah, please. Thank you, Manisha.
So they were getting job as well. So there's not here a million only. So we have to work together. Like we imagine, like inclusive. Inclusive means having everyone. It's not we have to work solely. So if we have a vision, right? So if we will do this, that could be a better thing. Can we have a last slide, please? DLP 2022. So Heramillion is planning to start maybe in April or May in 2022 to train this. So earlier they are working on it. They have a team, and I was also involved in that. So we will have an announcement soon in mid of February for the DLP program. So when we will have the applicants, after that we will may interview them. So it's a rough idea. It's tentative. So you have to follow the page, Instagram page, your mailing page, and on the Facebook also. You will have the update, and if you have any query, you are most welcome. So I'm done with my presentation. Thank you so much for all the participants for and the interviewers also interviewing as well. Thank you so much. So yeah, the thing which we have done today. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, can you see me, Tushar here? Yes, Sunil here. I can see you, Tushar. Okay, yes, I can see you. I can see now on the speaker view. So Tushar here, Sunil, your presentation just wow, and also the result, the recommendation you informed us. It was so lovely to see you while presenting. I'm so excited, more for having more courses here in India. Yeah, I'm hoping too. I'm hoping too for the vision in 2022. It will have a great impact on India. Yes, things will change. Yes, I do believe the same thing. So I would like to thank you for presenting here. Now we'll have a poll question. We can remove Mr. Sunil from spotlight. So now we will have a poll question, second poll question. Then Mr. Sunil will come once again. So this is a poll question second poll question. So do you want to be involved with the deaf leadership program? Are you planning? Would you like to involve in DLP? So A would be like you want to know the progress, what has been happening with the DLP program, the updates. A option is that, and B, give suggestions if you would like to give any suggestion for the course, if you would like to support. Third one, C. So if you would like to become a mentor, you have the expertise in any specific area. If you know that how to set up a business and there is a person who would like to learn, you can train them, become a mentor. D. So if there are people who could become a leader, so you would recommend them to join DLP program. E, I want to join. That means you would like to join the DLP program. And F, all of the above. So you would like to involve in each of the options. So you would like to do all of the things. I hope the points are clear. Now we will start with the questions. Clicking on it. Please don't send the answer in the chat box. So I'll sign once again. So DLP, would you like to be involved in with the DLP program, Deaf Leadership Program? A, want to know the progress. B, give suggestions. C, be a mentor. D, want to recommend people to join. E, I want to join. Or F, all of the above. So choose one option only. Okay, so we have 158 people, but only 105 people have answered. So we need more people to answer the question. Okay, great. Can we have our result, Gautam? Okay, so yeah, can you show that? Okay, so result is saying want to know the progress. 14% has said they want to know the progress. 5% has said they will give suggestion. 4% they want to be a mentor, and 5% want to recommend people to join. 11% people they would like to join by themselves, and for all of the above there is more percentage 62. Okay, we'll see how it will go on. So we will have the DLP program. Great. So if you have any doubts, if you have any query, you can go ahead, but we have 15 minutes only for the question and answer session. So we will have Mr. Sunil. If you have any doubt related to DLP only, so you are most welcome to ask query to Mr. Sunil. Also, we can have Dr. Alim as well. Yes, Mr. Rahul. Hello, Sunil. Poll question, I didn't get the poll question. I didn't answer it. Oh, you didn't get the poll question? No. How it's possible? It didn't show me. So did you answer the first question? Yes, the first question I answered for that, but the second poll I didn't get it. Gautam, here you can click on the poll question. Okay, I'll show you that. No problem. Never mind. So Rahul, do you have any query? No, I don't have. Okay, thank you. Hello, Mr. Sunil. Namaste. Hope you are doing well. Can we remove Rahul from spotlight? Yeah. Can I begin? Prajakta here. Yes, Prajakta, you can introduce yourself. So I missed some points because there was some internet issue over here. So I tried to watch the PPT, the complete one. So you can send me the. I have some suggestions also. I was trying to writing that on the chat box, but I got busy as well in between. So then you got stopped, and I got stuck over there. No problem, not at all. So with DLP program, it's an important one. But I would like to suggest whether you can tell me I'm saying it right or wrong. I don't have any experience. So I have a deaf family. My child is deaf. So I would like to see how the experience will go on with the DLP program. If we have a deaf child or a hearing child, and parents, they are not aware. If they are aware, that would be good. But so in two scenarios, there will be aware parents and there will be the parents who are not aware. So so whenever we have the deaf child, so family, they will blame each other, the parents, that you have done some karma and all, that's why we have a deaf child. So it's better to discuss with your partner. It's not our fault whether we have a deaf child, so we just blame each other. It's like we are oppressing each other, right? So whether we have done a love marriage or arranged marriage, that doesn't matter, right? Whether we are following any religion. But if the parents are hearing or deaf parents, when they have a deaf child, so you have to provide the solution how they can communicate with each other in this situation. Yeah, Sunil here. So I would like to please tell your sign name also. Sorry, I was in a hurry and I just started with my question. So this is my sign name. My name is Prajakta. I'm from Maharashtra, from Nasik. Okay. So I can see Prajakta, you are self leading this, right? You can research on it. You should also be involved in DLP, in theory work. This is the same problem which is going on. So you have to involve and you have to help. Right, but I don't know how I can join the course. You can see the things are happening around you, but how to solve the situation? So when you will come in their shoes, and then you will get to know that what could be the solutions we can provide to the couples who are fighting each other. Okay, let's see if I could try and be involved with the helping. Yes, you can become a leader and you can lead this. Thank you, Prajakta. Now, Gautam, can we have the next person, please? Okay, Chintu. Hello, Chintu. Yes, we can see you. Sunil can see you. Do you have any query? Do you have any doubt? In brief, I would like to ask. So it's related to the DLP leading it. So I was asking, so we have the national associations here in India. So we can collaborate. It's like difficult for them, right? Like we talk about the so the in DLP program, if we can have the deaf people to become the leader, you can explain to the associations if they can collaborate with each other, that would be a better thing. So Sunil, here you are saying about the partnering with the association, right? It's not logical in this way. And you are saying that to become a partner with the association, here a million, right? They are starting with the DLP program. So DLP, they would like to have the training for the 3 months, maybe. But then after attending the physical classes, they will start and have the online classes. But what about the accommodation? For example, so if we would say that okay, you have to come here and you have to study physically, but what do you mean by the partnering with the other organization? So HAM is partnering with the Enable India, right? So for example, AIFD, they have MPTCD, right? The space they have and people could stay over there. It's a huge space, correct? So it's cheaper as well. People can come over there and they can get the training. They can help us to provide the accommodation. But AIFD or MPTCD, it's not the affiliation, right? If we want to train the people, we can ask them whether they would like to affiliate or we have to discuss. That's a different thing. Partnering with the association to provide us the place and for the food, providing the accommodation, that's the different. Okay, yeah, I like this thing, the DLP. So I would have more updates in 2022, but we have more in this. Okay, great. Thank you. Gautam, can we have the next one, please? Ramnath, your video got stuck. Can we hold on and can we have the another person, please? Yeah. Hello, my sign name is this. I am Bhaskar. So the DLP, this is more important if you found out that if you can find that you can become a leader. Sometimes people would ask you that can you help us, and you would say, I will help people by connecting them with the association. But it will be starting in the April 2020. It will be a long time. So it is just a program, right? But if I'm interested and I would like to, I'm a family person and I would like to involve in this. Will it be classes? You would like to no, I would like to become a leader and I would like to involve in this. But you would like to be you would like to attend on the online classes only. Yes. Okay, I would not say I would not deny it to you. So there are many people who would like to go for the online session, and also there would be some people who would like to attend the physical classes. So it's more important to have the circular way classes. I mean, the people sitting in a circular manner and physically attending the classes. That could be a 1 week only. Then they will go back and will attend the online classes. So uh, we are just providing the option. We are not rigid on it. If you can't come over there, maybe we can have the short training on the Zoom, maybe with the 6 people only, that we can do. So when it will finish the course, so the duration of the courses hasn't fixed yet. So the person who will be leading, that is something that you will be reflecting, self-reflecting. So it will explain like how you will set up the business. I remember, Bhaskar, you told me earlier that you had a dream. You want to become a librarian, correct? But you were facing challenges. You want to have your own library. But if you will set up your own business and your own library, how you would do that? We will provide that kind of training. So it's not advocacy work. No, it's general. It's have a lot of things in it. Okay, I would like to involve in it. Yes. So it's like you have to have a self reflection. What would you like to do? We will do the things for you as well. For the 3 months, you will learn. Then later on, you will find out that what interest you have, what passion you have. So that's all how you can get the funds that would be involved in the DLP program. So that might take a 1 year, right? So if you are interested, you are most welcome to attend the program. So if you would like to do the tea business, it's not related to this thing only. It's your own idea, what you would like to pursue. So if there is the Uniki, we have the Uniki organization. They are also planning to have the course. They may partner with HAM. So if you want to open your own library, they can also teach you and explain you. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, can we have now any female? Yes, Varsha. Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me here. Namaste to both of you. So DLP, I was thinking that in colleges or in schools, we we want to have it in both of the areas, in schools and colleges also. Why you are saying to club the school and colleges? Okay, can you please explain about yourself? Okay, from where are you? Okay, my sign name is this. I'm from Delhi. Okay. So, for example, can you explain? So I want, some students, they are facing barriers in the schools and again barriers in the colleges. Now I'm studying in a college. So I've been involved with the hearing people. I feel it become difficult for me. I have the interpreters I'm learning, yes, but it's 3 years course, right? So I want to do better. So this is the first thing I think here in India. So I wanted to club the students from the schools and the colleges all together. Wow, good. You are suggesting. So you are saying the education. What you are studying right now, BA or BCom, right? You are asking me? Yes, I'm studying BA in arts, in computer arts. Okay. So if you want to, if you self-reflect and you see that yeah, I'm getting bored and would like to uh, interact with other people, you have the DLP program. So when you will be involved in that, maybe you will find out, like for example, we have compass, right? So it shows north, south, west, all the directions, correct? If you just remove it and you are in the forest, okay, you are surrounded by the sea and you are lost. You are alone over there and you can't find the ways. And if you will get the compass, you can see the directions and then you will reach at your destination, correct? So the compass is you will have it in yourself, right? So when you will fall down, stand up again and start your work. So with the DLP program, then you will understand that you have your own compass, right? You will understand the directions where you would like to go. So in colleges, in you are saying that we would like to club each both of the things, right? But it's like, I would like to answer you. You say that I want to eat, I would like to have banana. It's nothing like I would bring the banana for you and you will have it. No, you have to see how to find the banana. So I was just thinking if we can club the associations. Yeah, so yeah, that could be possible. That could be possible, also. It's not nothing like that we could fail or we got failed, but to have the dream, you need to have the direction for it, right? You have the dream, correct? You think that yeah, school and colleges couldn't be clubbed together, but you have the fire. You just need to lighten up more, and you have to learn from the DLP. Okay, then you will get it. But one thing I was thinking, maybe I could get the experience from the association, but some association might, they will refuse, they will say no, we would like to work in a solitude. So I was just thinking that way. No, don't get worried. You are not alone, right? There will be people who will be helping you, your dream also. Okay, thank you. Yes, Tushar, you would like to say anything? Do you have more questions? No, I'm done. I know there would be more questions people would like to ask, and you would also like to ask, right? Okay, so in short, there are a lot of people we
Manisha
can
Aunty.
have. Okay,
Yeah. So we will definitely have a DLP workshop, and we're planning that workshop. And at that time, you can ask all your questions. Right now, we can take two more questions. We'll take Anusha. Okay, we'll take Devendra. I think he's facing an internet issue. Can we spotlight Anusha, please? Tushar here. Yeah, there's an internet issue. Okay, Anusha here. We can see you, Anusha. Where are you from? Sunil here. Okay. Thank you. So DLP is great, but I want to know that. Okay, what is your sign name? Okay, sorry. So my name is Anusha, and this is my sign name. I'm in AP. Yeah, what is that place? Okay. So with DLP, how I am imagining it is like, all the deaf people who have done their education or hearing or anyone, they have a lot of training that happens for deaf for hearing people, but it's difficult for deaf people to get that. So there are a lot of challenges, right? But deaf people, themselves, do they do have that kind of motivation, and they're excited to learn and grow with different programs and skill centers and everything. But it's very difficult because they do not have access all through their lives. So suddenly, yeah, I think there's an internet connection issue. Just 1 second. I understood your question, Sunil here. So with DLP, it's fully for 100%. Everything is done by the deaf, so you don't need an interpreter in DLP. Okay, okay. Then I will definitely, enroll and I'll understand. Yeah, we will share more information on DLP. Over there, the trainers, the course structure, all the people involved, everyone's going to be deaf. So you don't really need an interpreter and, the access issue over there. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. This is great. Thanks so much. Okay, so another person is Sumit. Okay. Do you have any questions, Sumit? You spotlighted. Yeah, we can see you. Please tell us who are you, where are you from? Okay, this is my sign name, and I've done MA, and I'm from Bhopal, I think. So I'm part of I'm the president of an organization, and it is linked to Congress. That organization works for the disabled people. So I've been a leader over there for quite some time. I've been involved and with advocacy and working with a lot of hearing partners as well. And we've done awareness sessions, and wherever we've seen that there is a lack of awareness, there's lack of information, we've tried to give them some sort of knowledge and awareness. Then we got in touch with Tushar and Dr. Alim, and we saw that we got more confident. And with respect to DLP coming into the picture, I see that it's a lot of potential there. It's a lot of benefits that we can really get from there. If we apply, like for example, if we have a form and we are applying, and if we don't have particular things, for example, like, just 1 second, can I ask him to go a little slow? Yeah. Could you go a little slower, please? Because the interpreter has to voice. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so you're checking that how legalities can be solved, right? Like in the legal issues, right? For the disabled people in the court, like how can we be a part over there? And do we have that kind of, training in DLP? Okay, so for DLP is something that first we really see that where are the areas where we're missing out on, and with law there's RPWD and NEP 2020, then RIT, then how we can really file PILs and reach the court and the law. So everything is part of DLP, and you can be a part of it. Yes, legal structure is also taught there. It's not the same. It's not the next step is basically you choose your area. So it's not like everyone's going to be taught the same thing, but whatever matches your interest. If you are interested in law and advocacy, more than welcome to be a part of that. So we do provide training over there. All right, I can do advocacy and everything. It's just awareness that I feel is missing, and eventually then people can be a part of it. Yeah, right. Because we're not aware of the procedures and the structures and everything, right? You can be partners with different, like how NAD is partners with. They have partnered with different disability organizations. There are interpreters. There are areas where they collaborate and work together. So these are areas where we can support you in. Okay, perfect. Do we need one last question? Okay. Okay, we will be extending this to 15 minutes because it's already almost 9 and I didn't even realize. But it's important that, we stretch it to 15 minutes. Let's just have one last question from Ram. All right. Hi. Yeah, now we can see you clearly. Okay. Hi, Sunil. Hi, Tushar. All the deaf people in the audience. Hello, everyone. So with DLP, it's quite interesting, and we want to be a part of it, and how it's going to grow. My question is, do we get a certificate for this course? And if we have a certificate, then it's easier for us to sort of work further with it. Okay. All right. It's like if you know computers, then you need a certificate, right? So if DLP is a training which has leadership structure, in the sense like your behaviors and your rights and your knowledges and everything. It's also training with respect to your job and everything. So yeah, it's a full course. It's an overview thing. So you will definitely get a certificate, and we understand its value and importance. So you will definitely get it. Yeah, because we've seen that Ram here, that all across everyone does get certified when the course is over. Sorry. Sorry, I see so many hands being raised and there are so many questions still. And I know you're all very interested and excited to, yeah, we definitely need a workshop again specifically for DLP. And we will do that in January, hopefully, and we will get that information. More questions. Thank you, Sunil, for answering all the questions. Thank you so much. Okay, moving on. I'd like to invite Khushbu. You can take over. Thank you. There were so many questions. We see that, this time, and it's already time, and we have to move on. Let's have the PPT back on the screen. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah. So now we'd like to invite the CEO of Infosys India, Mr. Dipesh Stadia, and let's hear it from him. Okay.
Okay.
1 second, I'm not spotlight. Yeah.
Yes. All set? Okay. Good evening, all. So, first of all, my name is, as you can see, Dipesh, Dipesh, and my sign name is Dipesh, D with the golf, because I like golf. So that is my sign name. Okay, and that is me. So first of all, so happy to see so many people, the deaf community. I saw at one time there were more than 200 people, and 200 people. Very lot of Zoom calls I have been, but this is the maximum I see in a Zoom call. So congratulations to the deaf community and all of you. I think to create a community really coming together. So happy to see. And I know that in previous Manthans also we had more than 200, 500, so many people joining. So I personally am very, very happy to see the deaf community coming together and really working for the cause. And so that is, and as Enable India, I think so happy to also have this whole Here a Million project, and it is a mission, right? And what is the mission? Which means it is for everyone. So I know some questions were asked whether can we partner with some national institutions and all that. So I think Here a Million is open to everybody. So everybody can partner with Here a Million. So I think it's for the deaf community. So that's my thought. And I think we should make sure it is for everyone. And that's the idea of Here a Million. Some thought on leadership, and I thought I will share my screen if I can. Let me see. Oh, it's disabled. Okay. All right. Can I share host disabled participant screening or sharing? Okay.
Yeah, Dipesh, you can share now.
Now it's allowed. Okay. Yeah. So I wanted to share this picture image because we are talking about deaf leadership. What is this image? So a lot of you know that there is a lot of birds who migrate from very far off. They migrate from 2,000 kilometers away. They come in various countries. Even in India, there are birds who migrate from Serbia and come to India. And you see sometimes birds who are flying long distances, correct? And how do they travel and how they don't get tired? The reason they don't get tired is because they travel in this V shape. As the picture shows, it's in a V shape. The bird which is flying in the front is the leader. The front bird who flies in the front actually sets the speed, how fast the flock or all the birds will fly together, and that's how they keep flying. But since the bird who is the leader can get tired, right? Because that bird is the first one, can kind of get tired because the speed is very fast. What happens is, after certain distances, the leader changes and some other bird comes in the front. And this bird, which is in the front, goes behind and kind of follows. So that bird who's leading now follows. And this is how the entire flock of birds travel long distances. And why I'm showing you this slide is, many times there are some leaders, and I saw that so many leaders basically today about 4 leaders spoke, and we saw that some of the leaders, but in order for this cause of disability to go longer, farther, we need more leaders. And that is why this deaf leadership program is very important, so that the cause of deaf community can go very far. And the more leaders come in the front, the flock can keep traveling long distance. So this was the message I wanted to share with you about leadership. And this is why I think it's so nice to see that so many deaf community have started coming together and working for us cause. So this is what I wanted to talk. So hope you understand, I think, why deaf leadership, and you see this whole how the cause can be going further. One other message I wanted to leave, apart from, I think, thank you, Sunil, I think such a wonderful presentation that I think I feel like joining the deaf leadership course. but I think it's so important and to look at that and see how it can happen. And the number of skills which can be learned during this deaf leadership program. One of the things which is important as a leader is good leader if the leader is ambitious for the cause. First, the cause, in this case, the cause of deaf, or whatever business you want to do, or whatever cause you want to be the leader in. The important thing is the leader is ambitious for the cause first. The second, the leader is ambitious for the organization. If they are working for organization or leading our organization, that is the second leader. Yes. And the third is about themselves. Yes, somebody in the message said good to great. Yeah, this is part of the good to great. And if you're a great leader, only if you're ambitious for the cause first. And that's where greatness or the leadership comes in. Because if you're ambitious for yourself, then you may start putting others down, and then you don't see the main cause. And like the flock of birds, you will start flying faster and everybody else will not be able to catch up. So that is why it is important to say it's ambitious for the cause. I am taking everybody together, and this is an important message. So this is what I wanted to share with all of you, and so nice and good luck. Super job. Thank you for the leaders. Thank you, Aleem, for making this Manthan happen as well, and all of you. So good luck. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I will interpret here. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Top. Thank you, Dipesh sir. That was quite interesting to understand. Up next, we have a poll number 3. We have a question. Third question. So, what would you like to hear from Here a Million to focus on in 2022? One is have more discussions with the community, like panels or webinars, workshops, etc.
Second is have resource center and networking opportunity where deaf can discuss answer to their problems, probably technologically. Third is focus on jobs and employability. Next is have more partnership to help deaf and connect with each other, or you feel that you need all of the above. Poll, please. So A is you would want more panels, more webinars, more workshops. You need more trainings to be in all places. You want to focus on job and employability or partnerships and supporting the deaf or all of the above. Okay, let's just wait for everyone to answer. Come on. Yeah. I think a lot of people, 115 people are there in this call. However, not everyone has answered. Okay, here are the results. Everyone says that most of them, 50 people say that B is less. C is focusing on jobs, 11. B is 4. And A is also less. Great. Thank you. Next. PPT, please. So here a million. What have we done in the past 1 year till now? It's been already 1 year. Let's just see a video.
Beautiful video. Beautiful compilation of the 1 year of teamwork that we've done, awareness workshops, so much. 1 year just passed by quickly. So much of work has put in. There's many more years to come and many more creative ideas and innovations to come. Next, please. So before closing, I would like to welcome Dr. Alim and Shanti. Hi, Dr. Alim. Yeah. Shanti, I think you can go ahead.
Has it been 1 year, Alim? Ooh, I can't believe it. 1 year. Oh my God. I just want to say two things. I feel so positive about the deaf situation in our country because the community is leading it now. I feel so happy because when Here a Million started, we just had a dream, right? What was our dream? Our dream was that the deaf should lead this. So it started with you leading it. And today, if there are going to be more leaders, it's because of what you started, Alim, along with, at Enable India. And now the fantastic research that Sunil has done is the next starting point. The community saying that they want to be involved, that is what is going to make this work. So I think for all the deaf in our country, I want to say that we will be doing better than any deaf in any country. I'm sure of that. And so that's all, Alim. I think this 1 year has just been about the deaf knowing what can be done in our country, and very good things will happen for the deaf in the country because we're all going to work together. We're going to partner with each other, and the deaf are going to lead this program from the beginning. And that's all I want to say, Alim. Woo, 1 year, happy.
Great. I have 4 things I would want to share. I know the time has gone by, but thank you so much for staying all this while and patiently just keep looking. Firstly, I must thank Sunil for really working hard and collecting this particular data for the deaf leaders here in the country. Because I remember when I came to India and I knew that there were deaf leaders, there were so many, but we did not have anything documented that who has been a leader, what needs to be done, what's missing. But now we have some content, and that's a good start. So, what next? People are interested in joining in, the training will start, and older leaders definitely, whatever they started the advocacy, the ISL, the deaf leaders, whatever they can possibly bring in is also an opportunity for the young people to take away. And DLP will begin with your involvement, not just the Here a Million team. You guys have to be involved, you guys have to work in this. And how Here a Million started is as working together, definitely not alone. My team, me, we can't work alone. We need to partner with everyone. We all have to work together, and then there'll be many more advocates, much more impact. Let me tell you that Here a Million is not just an Enable India entity, it's as much as yours. It's your organization, your school, your company becomes Here a Million, which is the basis of Here a Million. You want to use something, come use us. I must thank RBL Bank and Enable India. I remember, when I was just coming up with the ideas and we had so many challenges discussing and brainstorming with my Centum Grow experience with the leadership course, a short leadership course, 2 months leadership course, which was not enough. And I knew that that was not correct and everything. And then access on how to get information, access, etc. So we documented it and we got that RBL grant. So I am so grateful to the RBL for giving us an opportunity to showcase the community, the work that we can do, different things, that DLP is a mandate and how information access will come through. So that is a proof that we've come with. 1 year, we were focusing on building the foundation of what was missing, what was needed. The panels
We've had so many panel discussions last year and so much of discussion, and the true work begins now. True work begins now. So I'm really interested in foreseeing how things will unfold, who are going to be the next leader, the new deaf ventures, the new deaf entrepreneurs. Now is the beginning of that. Like I said, that's great. I must thank the MC today. Today's MC, Khushbu. She is very, very young. I think she's just 17. So waving hands for her. She's already a leader. We can see that. So confident. Thank you for joining in. And I must thank the team, You're a Million team, for all their hard work in making sure that everything works out beautifully today. So thank you. They've been working so much. And even in the past 1 year, they've just worked more than I do. So it's them who make this happen. And especially social media is, the social media team keeps working with the new ideas, and, the videos that you keep seeing, all this that you see that Ashwin, Khushbu, both of them work on. And really everyone, like, I just hope that this 2 hours was a learning experience for you, and you will learn and join in for the new ideas, hopefully. And the next step is Sunil will be involved and I will be involved in discussing what's next we are doing. And we will be having discussion of topics, experts, who's going to teach, who are going to be the partners, international partners, Indian partners, everyone. And certificate course, a way of getting it accredited for the government. There are many, many possibilities, truly. But right now, the true thing is we just need more. What is the most prioritized thing? And can you become a leader? And are you ready to become, like, do a self thing, and rather than, focusing on who's going to do for you? So you have to do for yourself, and that's where DLP will help you. I know there are so many people raising hands, and hopefully in January we will start one workshop where people can just ask questions and share ideas and have more discussions and collect more data before we start, designing the DLP project. That's it. I look forward to the next year, 2022, the new year, and the true work begins now. True work begins now. Great. Thank you. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for watching You're a Million all this while. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you, interpreters. Thank you, interpreters. Great. Tushar? Okay, Khushbu. Thank you, Shanti. Thank you, Dr. Alim, for those words. Thank you, for having me become the MC. This is the first time I was the MC, and I think it was pretty smooth with all the practice and everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining in, and we look forward. It's going to be 9:30 soon. I know we got a little delayed, but now we will have the feedback form, and I must thank you all for coming in, interpreters, managing everything.